middle of a heat wave across Ontario. The major series lacrosse action continues to heat up here on your TV. It's the two-time defending Mann Cup champions and the Six Nations Chiefs coming into the barn with a 12-2 record, going up against the Cobourg Kodiaks, who, let's face it, after having that three-game winning streak, are on a bit of a slide at 6-8 in a pivotal game after the Owen Sound North Stars beat the Brampton Excelsiors, knowing that they're now tied as far as the record is concerned.
Yeah, and with this year being a different playoff format, only the top 4 teams making the playoffs. Every game down the stretch is huge. They do have 2 games against Brampton. Don't want to call those must wins, but every game right now is pretty much at that point.
So Six Nations comes down after, well, suffering a loss to the Peterborough Lakers. You were on the call in that game. It was a 7-1 contest before John Tavares decided to make a goaltender change, and it almost worked out for the 10-7 final. That's Byrne, the BC native. Tap dances his way into the zone, and Brown is beaten. Ryan Smith with his team-leading 31st goal of the regular season, and the power play burns the Kodiaks here early.
Well, it took them over a minute and a half, but you knew the Chiefs, after so many opportunities, were eventually going to find the back of the net. You give them that many shots, one's going to get buried, and you can see the great passing play, and Smith, who was picked up by the Chiefs at the start of this season, finds the back of the net to get the scoring going.
Ty Thompson to Dante Koulis, into the near corner to Haley. Haley being watched by Bell, sends a low shot and he scores! Brock Haley, the 7th overall pick from the 2023 NLL draft, has his 18th of the year.
Nice shot from Brock Haley, an underhand down low. He swings off the pick, and then you can see a little bit of traffic in front, and he's able to utilize that extra space. Dante Koulis with the pick, the feed, and then Haley swings around, and those underhand shots are tough to stop when there's that much traffic in front of you.
That's Alex Marinier, or brother, I should say, Matt Marinier, feeding a teammate who scores. Dhane Smith instantly retaliates, and the Six Nations Chiefs have a 1-goal lead right back.
Dhane Smith, one of the most dangerous players in all of lacrosse, arguably the best offensive player in the world right now, responds right away to restore that lead for the Chiefs. And you can see Matt Marinier, the big man, getting things going. Usually don't see him up in the offensive zone, but he took off on transition, moved the ball up, and he's the one who gets the ball over to Dhane Smith for that finish.
Out of the captain, Woods. Woods trying to swivel out of that far corner, feeds it on the half wall to Zach Thompson. Woods in front of the net, they score! Aaron Woods, oh captain, my captain. A team-leading 45th point of the season. He's got 17 goals, which is a career high in a Kodiak uniform.
Nice dish from the far side, almost all the way over towards the boards, just getting all the Chiefs to come over to the far side so that there is that opening. And Zach Thompson with that patience, and then as soon as he saw Woods streaking down the middle with that opening, perfect dish.
For Lyle Thompson. Out of the far corner, Dhane Smith, already a goal in this game. Now he has some room, and he scores. Dhane Smith with his 2nd goal of the game, his 9th of the season, and that's twice, Scott, where he's retaliated instantly after a Kodiak goal.
You can't leave any of these Chiefs that wide open, but especially not Dhane Smith. You can see the sea of black clears, and then Dhane Smith has got all the time in the world. He throws 2 fakes at the top of the crease, makes a nice fake at the top, though. He had one of the defenders bite, but then there was no reaction after that, and he was left all by himself going towards the net. And when Dhane Smith is left alone, he's going to score 12 out of 10 times.
The trophy room is getting awfully crowded in this house, I imagine, as Ty Thompson with an opportunity, and he scores! 3-3, courtesy of Ty Thompson, 7th of the year.
So a quick response from the Kodiaks this time around, just 24 seconds after the Chiefs took the 3-2 lead. The Kodiaks tie this one up, and we're under 5 minutes left in the third, so both of these teams just battling in the opening 20. And again, it's that great ball movement from the Kodiaks. You can see Anderson hanging on to the ball, moves it over to the far side, little bit of a screen play down the middle. They didn't even need to use that, just an empty lane down the side.
6-3 after the opening 20 minutes of play. Now they look to retaliate, and they do. Larson Sundown, anything you can do, I can do better. And the Chiefs come right back and lead 4-3.
A big smile on Sundown's face after that goal as the Chiefs right back the other way. And this one only took 14 seconds for the Chiefs to respond, as the goals are coming in bunches right now for both sides as the Chiefs restore their 1-goal lead. And this is how it all develops. So right shortly after the face-off, and you can see the big man, Matt Marinier, at the side getting into the offense, and he's the setup man once again.
Second apple in the game for the former Kodiak, going up against his brother in Alex and his former team in the Kodiaks. Back to Alex Marinier into the far corner to Dante Koulis. Koulis, who played last year with the Owen Sound North Star, scores! Dante Koulis with his 6th goal of the season, and it's 4-4, 19 seconds into the frame.
Clean face-off win by the Kodiaks. They brought it back to their own zone to regroup, and then they let the offense get out the gate, and here's the end result. Koulis with a wicked sidearm shot. You can see everyone coming over to congratulate him right away, but 3 white jerseys in front of Warren Hill. All of his defenders kind of got crossed up, and Koulis took advantage of that traffic down the middle.
A bit of a screen provided to him, and Bell fed a teammate who scores. Josh Byrne. You knew we couldn't keep him off the scoreboard for long. Ample opportunities in that opening period, and he finally has his 14th, or 15th, I should say, of the year, and a team-leading 43 points.
And Josh Byrne, he was the original setup man. He got the ball up, and then Tyson Bell gets it back to him, and then you can see Byrne soaks up a hit right after that shot as well.
Thompson, the captain, and Woods out of the corner. League leader in points, finds another one. It's Alex Marinier who scores his team-leading 20th goal of the season.
Just 1 minute and 6 seconds after that Chiefs goal, as the back and forth action continues here. Thompson with the nice dish, and then you can see the pick and roll. Marinier sets the pick, cuts towards the net, gets the pass, and then makes that nice play right at the top, but perfectly executed lacrosse play. He's excited for the opportunity here, and time runs out on the Kodiaks. It's Ryan Smith, only the goalie to beat, and he scores.
A miscue by Cobourg. Ryan Smith with his 2nd goal, a team leading 32 and counting in 2025.
The Chiefs wasting no time. As soon as possession was awarded their way, they just took off down the floor, and Ryan Smith, who's been a powerhouse on the offensive side of things for the Chiefs, you can see him bobbles the ball and then is able to recover right at the top of the crease. So there's the original pass. He isn't able to handle it right away, but still recovers without going into the crease. Not a lot of guys can have the mindset to pull that off.
Now at mid-floor, Pouliot sent down to the concrete. Marinier keeps it alive in front of the net. It's Woods who scores! Aaron Woods with his 2nd goal of the game. He's leading the team in points, and he's putting the team on his back.
The captain ties this one up. And after every goal, no matter what team it's been, you just see these huge smiles from the guys. That's how tight this game is. Every time the ball finds the back of the net, there's just that satisfaction. And when you're the captain, Aaron Woods, you want to set an example for this squad. Now that you've got that newly minted C on your jersey, every goal's a big one for the captain.
Shane Jackson, who scored a hat-trick the last time versus the Kodiaks, to Dhane Smith, who is on the hat-trick watch with 2 goals in this game. Randy Stotts, right through the defense. Nice shot. Brown got a piece of it, and I think that went off of the defense and back into the cage. It's a 7-6 game for the visitors.
And Stotts will look to get credit for that one, and the Chiefs respond again right away. As soon as the Kodiaks tie it up, they're able to get the lead right back. There hasn't been more than a 2-goal lead in this game. 1-goal leads of all we've seen, and they've all been for the Chiefs. And just a good play by Stotts, getting through to the middle, and he ends up going to short side where there's no angle at all to shoot at, but he finds the opening.
41-31 with just about 5 minutes remaining in this second frame. Ryan Smith scores. So Ryan Smith with the hat trick, 33 goals to lead the Chiefs. It's his 7th hat trick in 2025.
This is the first 2-goal lead of the game so far, surprisingly. And it's Dhane Smith with a bit of a arc pass. They all used to call that the sky hook in basketball, and he just kind of did that with a pass over to Ryan Smith, and the nice finish. He's able to beat Brown.
Shane Jackson, pitch and catch with Ian McKay. The Bowmanville, Ontario native has it in his possession now, finds Dhane Smith instead, who tries to lose Cole Bigley. It's Smith going right towards the cage, and he scores! Dhane Smith with the hat trick. It's his 10th goal of the season and his 11th game of the season. And as Scotty was mentioning, the Buffalo Bandit legend, 950 plus points in his NLL career. It's a guy you can't leave alone. So now the Chiefs starting to pull away with it. They're up by 3, courtesy of number 3 in the game by Dhane Smith. And they love to go to that short side on the right angle of Jackson Brown in this period. I believe that's the 3rd or 4th time he's been beaten in this frame from that particular spot. Alex Marinier over to Brock Haley. Brock Haley, low pass to Zach Thompson. Only 4 seconds left on possession. They're going to have to fire something towards Hill, and they do, and they score. Alex Marinier, his 2nd goal of the game. His team leading 21st of the season, and the Ohio State Buckeye has brought his team within 2. Well, never say never, folks. I just talked about how the Chiefs were starting to pull away with this one. Alex Marinier in his rookie season has other ideas. His 21st to lead the team. He has a bit of a daggering stare, if you will, to the Chiefs after that one. Leading in shots by 7 and 2 on the scoreboard. Shane Jackson, as I mentioned, one of 3 Chiefs who scored a hat trick the last time against the Kodiaks, and he picks the corner like the teacher sent him in class. And just like that, the Kodiaks have a 3-goal deficit in front of them.
Yeah, Shane Jackson, who's been fairly quiet compared to what we're used to seeing from him, is able to get his first goal to go along with an assist, but you knew that they were going to be looking for him in this period because he's been hanging out at that crease area waiting for the quick sticks, and then this time he pops out into that shooter position, which is not a spot where he normally is. Usually he's down low, but with all that traffic out at the top, he uses Larson, Sundown, and 2 defenders for a bit of a screen.
Dhane Smith into the Kodiak zone. Pitch and catch with Byrne. Now back to Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith cuts like a hot knife through butter for number 4 in the game, and the Chiefs lead by 4 here late in the 3rd.
We just talked about a 3-goal deficit being tough. Well, there's the 4-goal just 11 seconds after saying that. That's 11-7 lead, and who else but Ryan Smith, who is just taking this team on his back, the hat-trick goal, and gets it done once again. All business after that goal. We talked about the smiles earlier in the game when this is a tight one, but now Smith has the business face on, knowing that they've got to close this out.
And would love to see flashes of the old Anderson from 2024, as now Byrne scores. He was set up by Randy Stotts. Byrne gets his 2nd goal of the game. He's now got 16 goals on the campaign and still leading the team in points.
And officially they've given Byrne the hat trick, so the 3 hat tricks for the Chiefs right now. They have Smith with 3, both Smiths with 3, Byrne with 3. So 9 of the 12 goals coming from 3 different players on this Chiefs squad. And they've got so much talent on here. And Byrne, again, when you've got a free lane, we talk about Dhane Smith having a free lane. Well, Josh Byrne, his Buffalo Bandits teammate, he's pretty much the same. If he gets a lane like that, he's scoring almost every time. I feel like Brown turned and said something to Byrne after that save.
And Lyle Thompson finally scores. It's way too much, like a, well, I was going to say a storm just coming down on the Kodiaks, I should say. Lyle Thompson eventually cascades and gets the ball behind Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown, his face after that one was pretty intense. He had just made the save on Byrne. Another highlight reel stop. He turned, and it looked like he said something to Byrne, and then the play continues, and Thompson's able to score. And
on the Brampton Excelsiors at the Brampton Memorial Center in the last game, of road game, I should say, of the regular season for the Kodiaks. As Alex Marinier scores. Warren Hill got a piece, but it wasn't enough. And it's a hat trick for Alex Marinier. Back-to-back hat tricks for Alex versus the Chiefs.
And that is his 6th point of the night as well. So 3 goals, 3 assists for Alex Marinier. Not much celebrating though, as he knows that they were so close to coming out with the win, but some great ball movement again. We've seen that from the Kodiaks. That's the one big positive tonight. They've been moving the ball very well on offense, and there you see the finish from Marinier right down the center line.
Anderson backtracks, uses a bit of a screen. Anderson over to Ty Thompson. The shot went well wide. Now Anderson on angle, and he scores! Mr. Anderson with his 4th goal of the season. The Cambridge, Ontario native has a goal here at the Triple C.
And again, not much of a celebration, as they know that they are too far away from the comeback at this point in time. But Anderson finds the back of the net, his 2nd point of the game, and this is how this all developed. There's a look at Anderson on the bench, but here's the play. A nice shot, overhand, and that's what they teach you when you're a kid. Just perfect that overhand before you can do anything else, and Anderson certainly has that perfected.
A 13-9 final, courtesy of hat tricks from Ryan Smith, Josh Byrne, and Dhane Smith to lead the way. Warren Hill was stellar between the pipes as well. He ends up making 42 saves in the victory, but 65 shots fired at the Kodiak net by your 2-time defending Mann Cup champions in the Six Nations Chiefs allows them to prevail by 4